Hey guys, and welcome to the first video from the Flora Photo Keynote. I wanted to start with a product that so many people have been waiting for, the Canon EOS 7D Mark II. So the original 7D was announced and released in September 2009. So 5 years is a long time between drinks for Canon on this one. So no wonder people have been calling out for this one for ages. Fortunately, despite, there's often so many quick replacements that don't have a big upgrade, this one has some pretty serious improvements, and they seem to be one of the few companies that are taking pro-level APS-C or crop factor size sensor cameras seriously. Let's take a look around it. So the Mark II is using a brand new 22 megapixel sensor, which is up from the 18 megapixel of the original 7D. One of the big upgrades on this guy is it's going from 8 to 10 frames per second. And impressively, the buffer on this one is pretty good with the dual digit 6 processors. This will do up to 1,090 JPEGs in a burst, 31 RAW or 19 RAW and JPEG bursts in a single burst. That compares to the D7100 that'll only do 33 JPEGs or 9 RAWs. As well as upgrading from dual digit 4 processors to digit 6s, this one's got 150,000 pixel RGB metering sensor and the latest version of intelligent tracking taken from the 1DX. The big thing though on this one, it's upgraded from a 19-point autofocus system to a brand new 65.1 that has really good coverage, and all of the points are cross-type. That's going to be great for tracking moving objects. With 5 years between models, you'd expect a lot's changed. The original 7D had an ISO range up to 6400, expandable to 12,800. The new one will go to 12,800 in native, but you can push it up to high 2, which is 51,200. So checking out the inside on this one, it's now got a compact flash and SD card slot. The original only had compact flash. Checking out the battery port here, this obviously has a wired one to be on the show. Whilst it's a different battery that this one's using, it will allow you to use the old 7D ones. Just the new one is an extra 200 milliamp hours, but if you want to get that charge, you need to use the new charger with it as well. So you still kind of need to upgrade, but handy that you can put all your old batteries in here and they'll still work safely. In terms of film specs on this one, they've also been improved. This is now doing full HD at up to 60 frames a second. And people often go on about Canon having better video than Nikon. It's not really that the image looks better, it's just that they offer more codecs. And it's certainly true on this one. You've got a lot more recording options than you do on the D7100. It'll also do uncompressed 422 spec out via HDMI, which is a big help if you're doing video and you want the highest quality results. Also has mic in and headphone out, something that I really missed on the Canon 1DX. This one also has a built-in intervalometer. You can plug in an optional Wi-Fi unit that then will give you near-field communication as well. Another improvement, the shutter mechanism is now rated to 200,000 frames, up from 150 on the original one. And for people who shoot manual focus or legacy lenses like me, these offer the ability to actually change the focus screen yourself. Canon sell them, and there you can see it just popped out. They come with the tools you need to do that as well. Look, the body on this one, it's not heavy. It's still under 900 grams for body only. It does feel fairly rugged though. I'd say it's a little bit smaller still than the 60, but the grip is fine for big hands. I think if you're really looking at staying with the AFS system, but you want, a real pro-level sports shooter, this is about the only one on the market that I can think of. Maybe a Pentax, but they just don't have the range of lenses to compete with Canon. Okay, so fortunately we were able to actually get a pre-production sample to put a card in to take some test shots. So this one isn't final, but we should be able to give you a bit of an indication of the image quality. Here shooting with the 100 macro 2.8. Now, obviously this is not really testing the tracking abilities. It's a good challenge for the white balance though with the changing light in this scene. It's always difficult to get an idea of the real image quality after the video's been compressed, so you can jump over to mattgranger.com/7D2 and see some full res images there. And I'll just run through and do a series of high ISO tests, and let's see how it's performing. Just 1 minute, my dear. Okay, 1600, 3200, 6400. Man walking through, 12,800, high 1, and high 2. Oh, sorry, you had your eyes closed on that one. You look like you're drunk. Much better. So if you've got a bag full of AFS lenses already and you're kind of committed to staying with that rather than going full frame, this is a serious contender. If you're looking for a sports shooter, the new specs on this one seem really well accomplished. That new autofocus sensor coupled with the new metering and 10 frames a second, it's really impressive. And I gotta say, this leaves the Nikon D7100 for dead on pretty much every spec. As soon as I get back to Sydney and can get in touch with Canon, I will, do some side-by-side testing of this one to the 6D. So please like and subscribe. Heaps more videos coming from the Flora Photo Kino over the next week. I'll see you soon.